We are in 1 Peter, going through this study of 1 and 2 Peter. This weekend's message is called That Homesick Feeling. And so I just want you, as we begin, to think of the last time you felt that way. You felt a little bit homesick. You know, that unmistakable feeling, that pit in your stomach that doesn't seem to go away. I was researching it this week, and one of the things I thought was pretty interesting is that it's not just a feeling. Like, I tend to identify homesickness as it's like an emotion. So if I'm feeling that way, I'll say, don't feel that way. But that's not how your brain processes homesickness. In fact, brain scans show that when you're homesick, your body processes that the same as it would physical pain. Like, your neural pathways process homesickness just like physical or mental pain. But here's the thing about homesickness. It only exists because there's a home to miss. It only exists, you're only homesick if there is a home that you long for. And so that's what Peter's going to talk to us about in 1 Peter 3 and 4. To understand and interpret this book of the Bible correctly, you have to understand the concept of a controlling metaphor. Because Peter uses a controlling metaphor as a way to help us understand what it looks like to live life as followers of Jesus in this world. A controlling metaphor is a picture, it's an image that doesn't just inform us, but it forms us. A controlling metaphor will shape how you see things. It will navigate how you make decisions. It gives you, maybe a good way to think of it is, a controlling metaphor gives you a lens through which to see pretty much everything in your life. And the controlling metaphor of 1 Peter is the title of the series. It's temporary residence, that's who you are. You are a traveler, you're a sojourner, you're a foreigner living in a foreign land. And if you can get that metaphor in place, if you can look at your life through that lens, then a lot of things begin to make sense. Once we understand that metaphor, certain feelings that we have, like that feeling of not quite fitting in, that feeling of longing for something more, like you feel it sometimes when things don't work out. You feel it sometimes when things are successful, you achieve some goal you worked for, and yet you just know there's something more. Like that is a symptom of homesickness, of being made for more than this world. And so as a follower of Jesus, the more you understand who you are and where you really belong, the more homesick you can expect to feel. And so this controlling metaphor of temporary residence is foundational to interpreting and applying 1 Peter, to understand that when I see myself as a traveler, somebody who's passing through, when I understand that this life is a journey to an eternal destination, it just changes things. I look at my decisions differently, my relationships, my finances, suffering and struggles, I process those differently. I don't, for example, obsess over what other people think of me. I mean, why would I do that if I'm a temporary resident? That would be like trying to build your reputation in an airport between flights. Why would you do that? You're not there very long, you're leaving anyway. You don't get too wrapped up in what people think of you. It means I don't complain when things don't go my way. Complaining about this world not working perfectly is like complaining about your hotel room not being exactly like your house. You don't expect it to be. Why would you expect it to be? You don't live there, you're just staying there temporarily. It means I'm quick to forgive. I understand as a temporary resident that holding grudges is like traveling with extra luggage and extra weight that I don't need. And temporary residents travel light by not holding on to blame and bitterness.